We're now going to go over a lot of tips of how to transform habits, both about how to let go of negative habits and also how to create positive habits. And when I say a lot of tips, I mean a lot of tips. So prepare yourself to hear a lot of information at once. You can please pause and let each one sink in. If it's overwhelming to your brain to hear it all in one time, that's totally fine. And I'm going to prepare myself to go on a whole monologue here for a little bit. All right. So, as far as letting go of negative habits goes, number one, you want to notice what leads you to engaging in the habit. What triggers a craving or what is happening right before you engage in the behavior. Make your triggers invisible when possible, such as hiding your phone for a while, not putting junk food in your house, etc. Put space between the trigger and your response. For example, if something triggers a craving for an unhealthy food, set a timer for 10 minutes and give yourself that space to sit with the urge and explore where it came from and if there are any other things you can do instead of the negative behavior. Notice how your behavior helps you in some way, usually only in the short term, or what it gives you. Does it allow you to numb your emotions? Does it give you a sense of calm and peace? Does it provide a distraction from stress or overwhelm or boredom? Basically, what reward do you get from this trigger? We tend to repeat behaviors that give us dopamine, which is the reward and pleasure neurotransmitter. So we need to understand how our current behavior is boosting our dopamine. You can create a list of things that give you pleasure or feel rewarding that you can do instead of the negative behavior and create reminders of this list because you will likely forget them in the moment. Make negative habits as unappealing as possible. Remind yourself, preferably out loud, of all of the negative consequences of the behavior and all the benefits of resisting it. This does not mean punish yourself for the behavior. Remember, shame is not a good motivator. Just notice how it is already naturally causing you problems. If you struggle to remember the consequences and benefits of resisting in the moment, add in visual reminders with sticky notes or notes and pictures saved on your phone that you can easily access, a supportive person to help remind you, etc. An example of this is to tape a piece of paper explaining the consequences of alcohol and the benefits of being free from it on the bottle of alcohol you usually reach for if you still have it in the house. Reward yourself when you do not engage in the behavior to associate resisting it with positive feelings and dopamine. All right, now we're going to talk about tips for creating a positive habit. So because the new behavior you want to create is not part of your automatic or subconscious routine yet, it is important to put things in your way that remind you of the behavior. This could look like putting a sticky note reminder around your house or setting alarms on your phone, setting your workout clothes somewhere you can easily see them, so on and so forth. Set yourself up for success by placing reminders and cues wherever you can. Combine the new behavior with one that is already in your routine. For example, you can combine making a verbal gratitude list while showering, listening to positive music or helpful podcasts as you do chores or drive, or adding in an emotional check-in as you sit down to eat. This will make it much easier to implement new behaviors into an already busy schedule. If the new behavior feels boring to you, which means it will not boost your dopamine and therefore will not be very appealing or motivating, pair it with something you do enjoy. For example, if you want to start journaling, you can put on music you love in the background, or if you want to write more or work on a computer project, see if you can do it outside in the sunshine and fresh air, listening to the sounds of nature. The goal is to make the behavior as appealing as possible. Reward yourself for engaging in the behavior so it will be more motivating. Make the behavior as simple and easy to adopt as possible. This could look like committing to meditate for 3 minutes, if that's all the time you can spare, so that you aren't adding another time-consuming task. Once you create a habit with that and see the benefits of it, you can then work on increasing the time spent meditating. Repetition is key. To form a new automatic habit, you have to retrain your subconscious mind and your muscle memory if applicable. You will need to engage in the behavior repeatedly as consistently as possible before it becomes second nature. The same is true for rewiring negative thoughts. Make a strong effort to slow down and live as mindfully as possible. It is very hard to break automatic habits when we are going through our day dissociated on autopilot. This puts in space for you to stop and ask yourself what you would actually like to choose instead of making subconscious decisions. An easy way to train yourself to be more mindful is to set alarms to do a quick self-check-in, including noticing where your thoughts are, the state of your emotions, and physical sensations, and then asking yourself what you need. Find social support. Humans are very influenced by the people they spend time with, so take notice of the habits of those you are around often or close with, and if their habits are influencing yours. Try to identify supportive people who are willing to be a cheerleader for you, or even finding in-person or online communities who are committed to the same goals as you. Some people find it helpful to monitor their progress to help them remember the behavior and for the satisfaction of having a visual reminder of your progress. If that is helpful for you, you can journal about your progress, make a checklist, use a habit tracking app, or anything else that's easy for you. However, this task may be seen as another demand that is not motivating. So just be mindfully aware of your progress and verbally praise yourself for it, and that will be efficient or sufficient for a lot of people. Watch out for all or nothing thinking. If you miss a day or two of your new habit, don't give up on it altogether. Give yourself grace and compassion for life getting in the way and just gently return to the practice as soon as you are able.